There are two types of people in this world. Some think the rainy days are gloomy and depressing, and others romanticize the rain. Hi all, I hope you are doing well. This year has been extremely tiring and eventful for me. I had to complete a lot of pending work before I started working on my PhD thesis. We shifted to a new house and the setting up process is still going on. And to make things even harder, I faced a major health crisis which I'm going to talk about later in this video. As I was dealing with all of this, YouTube took a backseat. It broke my heart to take a break from my creative journey, but it was much required. I'm finally going for a surgery that will probably end my health crisis, but before that, I wanted to share a rainy week with you all. Because if not now, then when? When I first shifted to this new house, my major concern was the tiny little balcony. I was not sure if I will be able to fit in all my plants in it. But they have managed to thrive. All my plants are doing great and I have added some more. The continuous rain has surely made my plants very happy. I have not done anything special for them ever since I shifted. So before I leave for the surgery, I wanted to spend some me time with my plants. I love mixing the soil with my bare hands. It is a kind of therapy for me. These two plants were growing like crazy, with roots coming out of the pot. So I had to move them to bigger pots. The long trails of this philodendron was getting difficult to manage, so I decided to chop it up and propagate to get new plants. I tried propagating in Leka for the very first time. I hope I was doing it right. For me, indoor plants are an integral part of home interior. It is the one thing that helps me to make a house into a home. These bigger plants needed my immediate attention. I won't be able to move them around after my surgery because they are heavy. These plants are growing extremely tall and nothing makes me happier. I often joke with Tamal that these are definitely our children. They have our tall genes and they will soon grow as tall as we are. I love to clean the leaves with neem oil solution. It keeps away the pests and also make the leaves dirt free and shiny. Here is the easiest fertilizer for your indoor plants. Being a plant mom has its own sweet challenges. There are certain plants that do not do well no matter how much time I spend taking care of them. And then there are some that struggles a lot in the beginning, and when you kind of give up hope, they thrive and survive, making your heart melt with happiness and pride. The rain stopped for a while on this day, and the weather was comfortable. So I decided to step out to experience the city, prepare for the biggest festival for any Bengali, Durga Puja. I decided to visit the places where these beautiful idols come into life and wanted to share that with you. In Kumortuli, you will also find shops selling everything that you need for pujo, wedding, and everything auspicious. Most of the people working in Kumortuli are staying here for generations. They belong to the potter families that came here years ago, and they dedicate years of their lives making these idols. Some of them prefer privacy and only reveal the work once it's complete. But for others, they enjoy if they get a chance to display their work of art. But make sure that you do not disturb them, because this is a kind of artistry that is rare to find. Every small task is completed with a lot of dedication. They make sure that every part of the idol is perfect. While some of these artists work independently, a lot of them have their own workshops, and many of these artists come together to work on completing these idols. This time of the year is also very difficult for them. Rain is not their best friend, as most of the idols are made with soil. However, they keep working every single day to make sure that the idols are completed right before Durga Puja. Visiting this place itself is a divine experience. The colors, the vibrance, the idols moving towards completion. If you look at it, it seems like these people are blessed by Goddess Durga herself, and they're given the divine responsibility of making these beautiful idols. This was Saturday, a day before I left for my surgery. Earlier this year, in January, I was diagnosed with multiple fibroids in my uterus. I consulted a few gynecologists, took some medicines, but nothing eased my pain. I used to have very difficult periods and even worse PMS. I suffered from fevers, back pain, lack of energy, and a very fatigued state of mind for most of the time every month. Last month, I finally decided to go for surgery. I contacted my old surgeon. He operated on me in 2016. I also had another fibroid related issue back then. I'm going to share more details of this entire experience and my symptoms and everything with you in my next video once I'm back from the surgery, because then I will be able to talk about it more freely. I decided to pack mostly comfortable clothes for this trip because I'm planning to spend most of the days resting in the hotel. It is going to be a laparoscopic procedure and I'm going to get my discharge a day after the surgery. These packing cubes are the ones that I got from Amazon and they look very sturdy and everything was packed very neatly in them. I'm also carrying a very few minimal skincare items with me this time. The bag is all set and finally it is time to prepare for dinner. My cook took a leave on this day and I decided to prepare something comforting. I have not cooked in a really long time and I thought this is the right day to do that. I had some chicken breasts in the fridge, so I decided to marinate them with some Middle Eastern spices and cook them. Whenever I go away for more than 3 days, I prefer not storing any vegetable or meat item in the fridge. So I was happy that I did not have a lot of things in the fridge and I decided to utilize anything and everything that I have and make a hearty meal. I also had a few raw mangoes in the fridge, maybe the last few of the season, so I decided to make them into a raw mango jam. I remember my Dida, my mom's mom, used to make jams, jellies, and a lot of items that we usually buy from supermarkets. She had a stroke in 2020, and ever since then, I really miss her cooking experiments. And I think a lot of things that I try in my kitchen are inspired by her. I found a few recipes on the internet, but I also tried to invoke my childhood memories. I used to spend my summer holidays with my grandparents, and every day in the afternoon, once the lunch session was over, Dida used to be in the kitchen experimenting with something new, something fun. And this is how she used to make her jam. As you add the sugar, the jam slowly starts getting transparent. The usual ratio is 1 is to 1, that is equal parts of mango pulp or any fruit pulp and sugar, but you can alternate that based on your own taste. I had some green food color in the fridge and I knew I have to use that in this jam. Raw mango jams are incomplete if they do not look vibrant green in color. I will let this cool completely before I store it in the fridge. It will take a while. Meanwhile, let's start working on the dinner. After making a lot of mistakes in the past few years, finally I have learned to use non-stick cookwares. And trust me, when you do that, they're the best cookwares that you can have in your kitchen. Cooking chicken breasts is really easy, but the timing is important. Overcooking can make the meat hard and chewy. I decided to make a quick dip with some hummus and Greek yogurt. I prefer making my own hummus at home. The fresh hummus always tastes way better than the store-bought one. But I did not have soaked chickpeas at home, and this one is good. It tastes just like the homemade one. I also got some pita breads to complete the spread. That is all for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed creating this one, and your feedbacks will be highly appreciated. I'm hoping to create more and share them with you. Till then, take care and goodbye.